It's Trial Tuesday with attorney David Aylor, and today's topic is assisted living environments. If you have a relative in one, you know sometimes problems can occur. And David, this is something a lot of times I think you see a lot of. So, tell me more.
Absolutely. Well, obviously the assisted living is a little bit different than the nursing home setting. Usually what you have in an assisted living setup is someone that can come and go on their own, but obviously if they need care, it's usually connected to a nursing home facility where people are under 24-hour care.
Okay.
So it gives some independence to the individuals who are living there. At the same time, it allows them to get that help that they may need. Unfortunately, sometimes they get a little too independent, and we have issues that come up.
Yeah, so what's maybe the main issue that you see with this sometimes?
A lot of times it may just be basic care. Usually with the different contracts that are set up with the assisted living places, they're supposed to be checked on, periodically, whether it be daily or a couple times a day. Sometimes it's related to their medication. And unfortunately, we see sometimes them failing in that route in that they don't actually do what they say they're going to do from the contractual standpoint, and the person that's in the assisted living does not communicate that to their loved ones or people that are, going and checking on them.
So as a family member, what can we do to make sure that everything that is supposed to be happening on paper truly is happening?
Well, first thing you can do, which sometimes is the most difficult thing, is try to make as many visits as you possibly can. With everybody's schedule with work and children and things like that, that unfortunately is not easy. But at the same time, if you try to just kind of check up on them from a basis of seeing to make sure that their medicine is being replaced or that their medicine is being taken, and that you can tell that someone's coming and making sure that they're seen that way. Also, you want to look at the grounds of the places. Sometimes we see situations where maybe they're not kept up too well. There may be debris outside in the parking lot, or you'll have railings that seem a little rusty, that sort of thing. Because again, when you're talking about someone who's in assisted living, while they are independent, they also are very much at risk for having injury that may occur on the grounds or may occur within their own residency.
So hypothetically, let's say I have someone, a loved one in an assisted living home, and I think things are not happening the way they should be. What is my next step? Do I go to you? Do I contact the facility first?
I think really a combination of both. A lot of times, particularly depending on how serious it is, looking at getting legal counsel and trying to determine your next step. But if it's something minor, you may want to start showing that record of contacting someone. And I always tell people to make sure you make those contacts in writing. There's different managers. Sometimes there's turnover in these type of places. So you want to make sure no matter who's in charge that you're getting to them and you're getting them in writing, and it shows a time and date stamp. Because if in case something does continue to happen, you have that record that you can move forward with.
As the baby boomers continue to age, if you will, this is only going to become a larger problem, right?
Absolutely, because again, you have individuals that are staying in these places that are trying to be as independent and independent-minded as possible, and sometimes they don't realize what may be hurting them before it's too late.
If I'm looking for a place to, place a family member, is there something I can do to investigate beforehand? Like look at if they had cases or actions taken against them in the past?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of that's going to be, confidential because they'll end up being settlements. So you're not going to find a lot of lawsuits usually online. But what you can really do is sort of research the different websites, and then there'll be certain websites you can look at and where you'll see other people who've had people there or have experienced some sort of issue with that place. So really doing your homework before you allow anyone in, regardless of the place that they may want to go, is the first step you can take.
Okay, so bottom line, research as best as you can before you get in there.
And be attentive once they're in there.
For sure. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks
Trial Tuesday with David Aylor. Happy St. Patrick's Day
Same to
you as well. And we'll have much more on Low Country Live right after the break.
Trial Tuesday, brought to you by attorney David Aylor.